Coming up next, the Thunder taking on the Timberwolves. For the Oklahoma City Thunder, the first half of this season was about putting the league on notice. They've sent a great, clear message that they are not slowing down anytime soon. Timberwolves Thunder is next, right after this. Welcome and happy holidays from 2K Sports. It's time for NBA action. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Greg Anthony and Stan Van Gundy. And we've got Allie LaForce reporting from the sideline. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll go up against Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Bam Adebayo and the Miami Heat.
And they are looking at a ton of road games in the next stretch, but this team shouldn't fear the idea of it. They've been more... more than capable of getting wins on the road, and I wouldn't expect... anything less on this trip.
So here's Oklahoma City's starting group. Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. And for Minnesota, the wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. The big men on the floor for him, Randall and Gobert. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point. Greg, we look at the rosters of these teams, the athleticism they both have just jumps right off the page.
Listen, we're almost guaranteed multiple highlight level plays in this one. This is the kind of game where you see what incredible athletes the NBA has.
Here's Hartenstein, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Thunder will retain possession. And the Thunder with the possession here. Back to Williams. Hits the three-point bomb.
The D can't afford to back off Williams too much there. When he's roaming the perimeter, he's more than capable of firing from deep.
Now here's Edwards. In the game against Chicago. He was very impressive.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help?
This early, it is intimidating.
It's tipped. Stolen by Dort. Holmgren outside. Dort kicks to Holmgren. Pass to Hartenstein. Hartenstein with the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Edwards with it. Dort covering. Now here's McDaniel. Holmgren in the post. He's defended by Randall, and there's Holmgren. That's good on the assist by SGA. So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league. But if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
Well, you can tell he's forcing things a bit at the moment. He's been trying to get it going, but this hasn't been his quarter.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. SGA passes to Williams. A three-pointer off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 3. And now Allie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
I caught up with Coach Chris Finch. We talked about Jalen Williams and what he wanted to see from his team defensively against him. He told me we just have to be aware of where he is at all times. The second you lose sight of him, that's when he'll torch you. We all got to be on the same page. It seems like Williams will be a central focus for them tonight. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you for that.
Oh, strong take by SGA. 6'6" with point guard skills. What a nightmare matchup he is.
The Thunder shooting their first free throw of the night here.
One shot.
SGA, no good on the free throw.
And this guy just does everything. Scores, passes, good rebounder. Just an all-around terrific basketball player.
Yep, that one goes.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
SGA passes to Hartenstein. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Plays it up off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Oh, here's Edwards. His offensive numbers jump right off the screen at you. He's averaging over 29 points a game. Williams passes to Dort. Gobert with the block.
Nice play by Gobert, providing elite rim protection for over a decade.
And that's a block right there. He swats that ball away with some energy.
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
And so Mark Daigneault calls a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And Oklahoma City making a change. Carlson's checked in. Let's use this break to look at the teams that over the past month have been tremendous at converting turnovers into points. Second, the Thunder.
And you always like to see aggressive defense. And then when you can convert mistakes into points offensively, that's a big key.
Dort against Edwards. Dort passes to Holmgren. Up top, Dort. Still scoreless. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's a three-point game. A three for DiVincenzo. Drains the three-pointer.
Great positioning. DiVincenzo stays ready to fire the moment he gets the ball.
On the wing, Williams. Stolen by McDaniels. And now Minnesota on the fast break. 6-second difference between shot and game clock.
And you could see he knew exactly where that long rebound was coming off, able to get there quickly and snatch it up.
Holmgren with a screen on Edwards. It's good from long range. And that's now 6 points for Williams.
Nice job by Williams, carving out some space on that one.
Here's DiVincenzo. 1 quarter in the books. It's been a close one so far. It's the Thunder. They lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how the Thunder doing, guys, what do you think?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
Yeah, this defensive game plan is working very well, putting constant pressure on the offense and forcing a lot of mistakes.
Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. Out of the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. Naz Reid, he's checked in for Minnesota. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Julius Randle.
And you can't get too wrapped up in the numbers, but sure, his rebounding ball. Is that a function of physicality, alterations to playing style? Possibly. One thing for certain, you hope the decline isn't attributed to a lack of effort.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Stewart finds Williams. The 19-foot shot. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter.
Well, I love seeing DiVincenzo be opportunistic on offense. He's very effective when he seeks out his own shot.
Stan Nasri is a much-beloved player with the Timberwolves, the 2024 Sixth Man of the Year award winner.
Yeah, he is, Kevin. I'm not sure the fans in Minnesota love anyone more than they love Nasri, not even Anthony Edwards. They appreciate his consistency, the effort he brings every night, the energy, and, yeah, the charisma on top of all the skill.
And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. And one way players look to expand their game, adding counter moves to keep defenders off balance. Greg, what was something you added that really gave defenders pause?
You know, the snatch back pull up, using your speed to kind of get the defender going downhill, and then you slam on the brakes and just create that separation to then go into attack mode.
He hits both from the stripe.
And it's been a really good day for him at the line. Some other bigs have well-documented problems on their free throws. He's not one of them.
3. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Holmgren. And that comes off the assist by SGA.
And great job from Holmgren. I like when he shows confidence attacking inside.
Here's McDaniels. McDaniels on the wing. The putback. Here's Reid. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Reed's got the lead up to 3 now for the Timberwolves. Carlson can't hit.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
McDaniels passes to Randall. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That is his first foul of the game. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
SGA against DiVincenzo. Dead-eye shooting from Gilgeous-Alexander.
And you have to know that's coming from Gilgeous-Alexander. He is not shy beyond the arc.
DiVincenzo passes to Reid. McDaniels in the post. Defended by Gordon. A nice shot by McDaniels. McDaniels got 4 points in the quarter. And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
Tremendous poise on the offensive end. Overall, they did not settle for bad shots.
No, you're not going to lose many games shooting the percentage they did. That takes a disciplined effort.
Here's Carlson. No scoring in this one. Oklahoma City moving the ball around. Shot clock at 5. Here's Williams. And no good that time. Nice defense from McDaniel. Fires away from outside. Reed misses. Well, Thunder have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Dort passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Edwards with it. Dort covering. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
The first one falls. Well, Coach, we know there's a lot of expectations tied to a #1 pick. Sometimes they fall flat, but that has not been the case so far with Anthony Edwards.
Oh, it sure as heck hasn't, Kevin. But I think it starts with Anthony Edwards welcomed the expectations. He wanted the expectations, and he has pushed himself to play to that level on a nightly basis, and he's done it.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first half. McDaniels against Dort. That shot off. The Thunder have gone just 33% from the field in what's been a cold second quarter for them. Just 3 of 9. Outside Williams. And Williams throws it down.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. So the clock runs out with the score tied going into halftime. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. Oklahoma City, 23.
Thanks for tuning in. The story tonight with the Minnesota Timberwolves, they're in a close game.
You know, I love what they're doing, being patient on offense, getting high percentage looks, keep feeding the beast.
Yeah, some of it's approach, but a lot of it is they have great interior scorers.
And moving along, a metric for that first half. Love me some metrics. Checking out the top performer on each team.
We've been tracking these two all along. The way these guys are leading their teams, impressive.
Yes, the way it's gone, whichever of these two can keep it up in the second half, his team's coming out with the W.
And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One of the stories here, Jalen Williams getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And we're going to go courtside for a report on Rudy Gobert. Allie, what's his status?
Hey guys, the head athletic trainer for the Timberwolves let me know the status. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Still, they're not the same without the play he brings. So 100% or not, he's back on the court. Guys.
Allie, thanks as always. We appreciate the report. And, of course, you never like to see any kind of injury.
It's interesting. Even with the advancements in strength and conditioning, injuries continue to impact the game.
Well, this is a high-impact sport, and the league continues to get bigger and faster.
Here's who Mark Daignault is going to put out there to start the second half. Sliding in at the wings, it'll be Williams and Dort. Holmgren plays at the 4 with Hartenstein at the center spot. And it's Gilgeous Alexander in at the guard position. Stolen by McDaniels.
Well, he may be trying to do too much. That's his 4th turnover.
It's Edwards on the wing. And stolen by Williams. Dort wide open. Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren, very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
SGA against DiVincenzo. And Gilgeous Alexander gets it to go.
They've got the offense clicking. 3 for 4 to start the half and looking confident.
Here he goes. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Look, DiVincenzo relishes the chance to punish the defense. He likes to shake them up with the slam.
Outside, Dort. DiVincenzo against Gilgeous Alexander. And slam dunk by SGA.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket. Well, great decision there. Kicking it out to a ready shooter.
SGA from outside. Reed with the rebound. Reed's got 4 rebounds in this game. And Randall throws it down.
Emphatic finish by Randall. I love when he's forceful around the hoop.
The key thing, Coach, that Dante DiVincenzo brings to a team is that coveted 3-and-D skill set.
I agree with that, Kevin, but he brings so much more. He can now play off the dribble and make plays for others. And I think the most underrated thing on a lot of players who become great is Dante DiVincenzo is both very smart and very tough.
Minnesota with the ball. The Thunder making the shot. And finished off by McDaniel.
What bounce from McDaniel, just leaping into the air for that dunk.
And so Mark Daignault calls a timeout. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. And here are the top free throw shooting teams this month. You don't want to put these guys in the line too often. In third, the Thunder.
And they've had a lot of success at the free throw line, converting those at a high level. So I'd look for them to continue to attack the rim.
Mitchell against DiVincenzo. Mitchell left side. Here's Carlson. Goes back up, and that's 2 points on the layup. Carlson's got his first points of the night.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
DiVincenzo, rebound by Williams. The Thunder leading by 3. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Reed touched it last. And 1:01 left to play in the third. For 3, Mitchell. Minnesota with the rebound. Randall's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter.
And thought that pass was going to get through, but no. All of a sudden, he was going the other way with the basketball.
Yeah, that's great recognition by Alex Caruso. Saw the turnover and sped ahead of the defense for the score.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. And it's Wiggins missing.
He'll probably hear about that shot selection when he gets back to the bench. Maybe not their best option now.
6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Mitchell passes to Carlson. And a miss there on the triple. Timberwolves trail by 5.
Definitely got to use the clock here and get the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And you think back to when McDaniels was drafted. Everyone talked about his potential. Now they're talking about his consistency as a contributor, especially at the defensive end. I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting report.
For 3, Mitchell sinks the three-pointer. Mitchell's got 5 points in the quarter.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
And so it's the Oklahoma City Thunder with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low, so many of their points coming right at the rim. And we'll be right back after this. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Oklahoma City leading by 6. Out to the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Reed in at the 5 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And it looks like, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's called about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
A smart idea from McDaniels, looking to convert inside.
Here's Mitchell. Drops in the layup for 2. And the Thunder lead by 6.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Spins. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, huge night from McDaniels. With the defense he brings you, the scoring is a massive plus.
All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Oklahoma City.
Well, they've been hitting threes at a high clip, and the defense hasn't done enough to challenge them at the line. They need to close out and run them off the 3.
And also, guys, how about the hustle we've seen on the boards? They're getting after it and cashing in on second chance scoring opportunities.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. Allie, it's all yours.
Hi, guys. Well, Mark Daigneault was just reviewing the plan with his team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there. Now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Now here's Williams. And foul on the shot. And yet we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original.
The previous play is under review.
A lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Here's SGA. Anthony Edwards making his last shot. Pass to Holmgren. Pocket 6. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
Yeah, I mean, take that. Holmgren, he knows defenses want to rough him up a little bit, and he welcomes the challenge.
Free throw drops for Holmgren.
And Holmgren possesses sky-high potential. His length and versatility making him such an intriguing prospect.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. Here's Edwards. Handle down low, working on Williams. Now McDaniel. Missed on the three. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. What a play inside.
Wow, Williams going up high, playing over everybody's head.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Here's McDaniel. Now DiVincenzo. And the rejection by Holmgren. Williams fires a three-pointer. Good.
Really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
And if you're going to pull away, now is the time to do it. Time to finish the game strong.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Well, and as a fan of the game, you have to love these back and forth moments.
And this is SDA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
If you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close mistakes.
Edwards misses the three.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything he wanted defending that shot.
Well, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Now, here's Reed. After Lou Dort's miss, and there's the call on Lou Dort. That's his first foul. And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He knows every possession is critical now. Edwards against Williams. And he does not hit.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here. And it looks like just playing the last bit of this one out in what should be a nice win here for Oklahoma City.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooter.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And so it'll boost this year's win total for them to 29. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Here's McDaniels after the made shot from Chet Holmgren. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander lays it in off the window.
And it's just competing, you know, giving
this team, and they never let up.
Reed with the rebound. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
And you know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll do it, folks. Here with Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and Allie.
They gon' have to really bow, totally dominate the game in front of any crowd. I keep it 100 while you only keep it 50 down. I could conquer any style, victory is in me now. My time is now, who said it was later? It comes natural, I got a competitive nature. Look at them guys when I'm coming, they be hot and I'm hunting. Luckily they been ducking me, you see lots of them running. Challenges I embarrass them, they a dime in a dozen. Full of fire just like a dragon straight out of the dungeon. I'm just rising above it, you just lied to the public. I serve a purpose, you nervous with butterflies in your stomach. Don't try to intimidate me, you couldn't scare me with lip. I'm spontaneous, smart, dangerous, fancy and quick. My trainer told me to work, he ain't prepared me to quit. I'm the only captain who's sailing this championship.
I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know. I gotta hold down the city. Gotta let you know where I come from.
Oklahoma City. That's the location for the Timberwolves. The ultimate game changer on defense. Rudy Gobert looking to make his presence felt as they get ready for action at Paycom Center. T-Wolves. Thunder is next, right after this. Welcome and thank you for spending this holiday season with 2K Sports as we get ready. About halfway through the season, let's take a look at the standings out west. You look at Oklahoma City, they've been enjoying a truly spectacular run this season, sitting on top of the mountain in the first place spot. And of course the Timberwolves, currently they're 5 spots behind them.
Right now for the Thunder, I recall them having a lot of naysayers at the start of the season, but now they may not have any. This team is ready for a deep playoff run.
They do have the pieces in place for a title run, but the competition in the playoffs will be stiff.
Looking at the starting 5 for the Minnesota Timberwolves. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Oklahoma City, 2 big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3 slot. Gilgeous-Alexander against DiVincenzo. From the high post, and it's SGA missing.
still looking to get their offense in gear. 0 for 3 to start this game.
And the Wolves still seeking their first title, Clark.
Yep, the Lakers won 5 championships when they played in Minneapolis, BA, way in the day. The Timberwolves joined the league in 1989, and they're still trying to bring another basketball title to the city.
A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Here's Edwards. Great D that time from Holmgren. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 0 for 3 from the floor to begin this one. Dort for 3. Outside for SGA. Back to Hartenstein. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Took a little time, but they get one to go. Maybe they're warmed up now.
The Timberwolves have gone 1 for 3 so far. Oh, they get a hand on it. Dort with a steal. Here's Holmgren. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
Here's DiVincenzo. And some very quick points for him on that possession. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle. That's his first foul.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Yeah, and as quick as players are at this level, in this day and age, I mean, you've got to be perfect in your anticipation to draw the charge.
Edwards against Dort. Got a piece of it, and stolen by Edwards.
Oh, that's some pesky defense. Should have thought twice before attempting that pass.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Puts up a deep 3. SGA can't get it to go.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Count it. Well, Clark in game 2 of the back-to-backs.
Heavy minute players, that's why your reserve players, the guys on the bench, are so important. Because in back-to-back situations, adrenaline's not enough to overcome fatigue.
And looking at Jalen Williams, is there a part of his game you like best, Grant?
You know, it's tough to pick just one, B.A. He's such an all-around player. He can guard point guards, post players, you name it, and can score from anywhere on the court.
That one's off.
And when you talk about do-it-all kind of players, Jalen Williams quickly jumps to mind. And the scary thing is, he's only going to keep getting better.
And he sinks the second. And it's Edwards with the ball for the T-Wolves. A minute 53 left in the opening quarter. The layup misses. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Mark Dagnall. Coach spoke about how Rudy Gobert can change a game defensively. He had all the praise in the world, saying there are so few players at this level that can make a player fearful of shooting inside. Rudy is one of them. You have to get over the idea of hearing footsteps and be okay with having a shot blocked every now and then. B.A., back to you.
And Allie, thanks.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Edwards with it, and it's Dort picking him up. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow.
And you can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense. I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. So Mark Dagnall will call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. a moment now to see the story for Anthony Edwards.
And he's having issues at the free throw line at the moment. In the past 10 games, his touch hasn't been the same as it was before. He'll be trying to correct that tonight.
Free throw good, McDaniels. An area of the floor where Jaden McDaniels really excels. Defense.
Yeah, he's a strong perimeter defender. He's got great length, good anticipation, and he's competitive. I mean, those are the things that allow him to shut guys down on occasion. Rocketing right off the floor. Explosive jam by McDaniel.
The Thunder have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Here's SGA, and the shot goes. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
It's Edwards on the wing. And he lays it up and in.
A composed and cool effort from Edwards inside, not rushing himself or forcing a bad shot, taking what's available.
Holmgren outside. Pass to Dort, over Edwards. Here's Hartenstein. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Here's McDaniels. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein.
Guys like McDaniels, who can guard just about any position on the floor, extremely valuable these days.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, McDaniels. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. And both free throws good for McDaniels.
It can help a big man's game to hit those free throws. It keeps the defense from getting too aggressive.
It's blocked by Gobert. Here's DiVincenzo. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. SGA looking around. The putback. It's a tie game in Oklahoma City. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And from what we've seen from Oklahoma City, what's your take so far?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
That'll be a 5-second call. And let's see what the Minnesota Timberwolves have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll face off against Trae Young and the Atlanta Hawks. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Bam Adebayo and the Miami Heat.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
And for the Thunder, they're shooting an average of 43% from the floor. On the court for the Timberwolves, Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Randall and Gobert are in the middle. And it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. And so Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Thunder making a switch here. Hartenstein's checked in. All right, let's take a look at the highest scoring teams over the past month in the NBA. The Thunder 4th.
This team has really found a great offensive rhythm lately. Running smart plays, sharing the ball, and racking up points.
Pass to Dort. Lets the 3 fly. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
They were so consistent from the three-point range in that one. And that's a nice weapon to have as a visiting team.
Yeah, you know, the defense had no answer for them. To do that kind of damage on the road, impressive.
Here's SGA. Oh, SGA going to town inside.
A tricky cover. Gilgeous-Alexander is a talented finisher inside.
Pass to McDaniels. Shot from the wing. Hartenstein pulls it in.
Working from medium range. He was trying to take what the defense gave him there.
Here's Holmgren. Down low. Holmgren drops it in. Grant, you played in a more physical era of the NBA. Now it seems like the league is trying to strike a balance there.
I think you're spot on, B.A. There's been some back and forth, trying to keep the game free-flowing and physical. The league's trying for the best of both worlds.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. DiVincenzo covering, and that one good.
And guys, the way this defense is getting manhandled down low, you have to wonder if they're at 100% right now.
Here's Randall. Holmgren with the block.
Yeah, premier shot blocker. Holmgren may be slight of frame, but he's never running from the fray.
Second chance effort. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And following this one, they'll take on the Hawks in Atlanta. That'll put them right in the middle of a 5-game road trip.
I mean, what an incredible reach he has. Holmgren should strike fear into any shooter when he's on the floor. Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Outside McDaniels. And it's good. 2 points. McDaniels got 11.
Strong work inside by the 6'9" Jaden McDaniels, showing how effective he can be down there.
Dort for 3. And after missing his first 3 shots, he drains it. 1 for 4.
He was licking his chops there. Got a good look.
For 3, DiVincenzo. And so far in this one, 2 for 4.
Well, you know, that last 3 got DiVincenzo fired up now. He had to respond. He goes to the arc to shoot back with one of his own triples.
And the layup falls. DiVincenzo's got 5 points now in the quarter. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
Yeah, and the lead has changed hands, and it just hasn't stayed in those hands very long when it's changed. Back and forth we go.
Holmgren with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
And that's a veteran move from the young fella, as Holmgren draws contact on that shot.
Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Both free throws good from Holmgren.
Yeah, and many believe Holmgren must add muscle over time to his wiry frame. We'll see if he focuses on doing just that.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Getting ready for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Caruso comes in for Jalen Williams. Wiggins, he's checked in for Dort. And Mitchell subbed in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. It's McDaniels on the wing. Back to Edwards. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. For 3, book it. And it's Randall with the assist. Edwards got 10 points.
And, you know, succeeding in the catch-and-shoot game will really help Edwards set up his drives to the hoop.
Pass to Williams. It's blocked by Gobert. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Thunder able to keep possession. To the middle. Here's Williams. And Williams clutches it home.
He may give up a little size, but has the bounce to hold his own.
Pass to Edwards. 24 seconds left in the first half of this game, and he gets it to go.
Edwards is rolling right now. If I'm his teammates, he's getting the rock every time.
Mitchell against DiVincenzo. And it's Mitchell, the miss. Here's Edwards. And then jammed down. As he goes right over Chet Holmgren.
Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim.
Well, I tell you what, guys.
The previous play is under review.
That falls into that category. That was too much.
And hold up. We're not going to halftime just yet. The officials signaling that they are going to take a look at this replay.
And, of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Providing the officials with the necessary footage to make the call. We're seeing what they're seeing with the best possible angle.
And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Oklahoma City ahead, leading by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hey there, everybody.
A look here now at Minnesota. They've underperformed thus far, but they're still tremendous. Now comes the hard part.
And guys, let's talk now about that first half from Minnesota there in a tight one.
You know what?
That's it for us. Thanks for...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
Chet Holmgren out there with Alex Caruso. Then it's Williams, then there's Mitchell, and it's Wiggins in at the 2 spot. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Here's DiVincenzo. He gets it in there. DiVincenzo's got 9 points.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness. If they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Back to Holmgren. He can't get it to go. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Here's Edwards. The rebound by Wiggins. Oklahoma City trailing. Pass to Holmgren. Now Wiggins. McDaniels covering. Here's Holmgren. Holmgren with a big reach.
And this is why so many are high on Holmgren. His ability to dominate games with his scoring.
Here's DiVincenzo. Now Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Up again. McDaniels. And count it. Now 5 for 7.
I mean, they've been relentless. Just keep getting shots at the rim.
Well, the defensive rotations have been a step slow, and it's really helped them get that ball inside time after time.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Randall can't hit. The Thunder have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Mitchell misses. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. It's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got his 4th assist in this one. Timberwolves trail by 4. Left side, Edwards. Down it goes. Edwards for 3.
The challenge. With defending Edwards, he's a 3-level scorer.
Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. Mitchell with the ball. DiVincenzo picks him up. Caruso misses. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Edwards, that's good.
You've got to love the way he's scoring it tonight. Very efficient.
And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Thunder. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. And that'll wrap up what has been a 5-game homestand for them. Oklahoma City shooting their 5th and 6th free throw attempts tonight.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
And the first one at the line is good. A different look for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Williams comes in for Chet Holmgren. And Williams is subbed in for Wiggins. Both free throws good for Mitchell.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
The 3, DiVincenzo. The Thunder with the rebound. Hartenstein's got 6 rebounds in the game.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
And the basket is good.
Well, I like to see when guards come inside. DiVincenzo trying to send a message with that hoop.
Clark, when you look at the evolution of Julius Randle, talk about his playmaking.
Yeah, he's worked on trying to see things as they develop a little more, and I imagine he's done a lot of film study. I could only attribute some of his improvement to that. He's looking for others intentionally and aggressively, so I think that's part of why his teammates enjoy playing with him. They know he's making the effort to distribute the basketball. Edwards, a true scoring machine, and he is relentless. He's lighting it up tonight.
So Mark Dagno will call a timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
With the perimeter D struggling to stay connected to him, they're getting bombarded.
He's checked in for Hartenstein. Jang comes in for Williams. Lou Dort, he's checked in for Caruso. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Mitchell. A minute 6 left in the third quarter. Pass to Jang. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. DiVincenzo with the steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Here's Edwards. Gobert. Great positioning on the putback.
This is what the team relies on Gobert for, clearing the glass and finishing the play.
Thunder trail by 4. 40 seconds left in the third.
Love it. The floor general taking things into his own hands.
Just the aggression they're looking for, man.
And it just forces the defense to pay more attention to him, guys, which we know can open up things for others.
The Thunder have gotten 5 of 10 shots to go. There's a screen. Down low. Here's Carlson. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Nice decision by SGA. That is why you want him handling the ball.
Edwards, a pass to Randall. Here's McDaniels. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Dort outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside, Williams. He's off from 3. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Timberwolves ahead. They lead. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. On the court for Minnesota, DiVincenzo and Edwards are the backcourt. McDaniels at the 3 with Randall at the 4. And it's Gobert in at the 5. Here's Edwards. Dort grabs the miss. Oklahoma City trailing. From the line, Jang gets the bucket.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Oh, got that one up quick. Edwards got 24 points.
I tell you what, Edwards has a really nice, smooth release, and that shot looked in the moment it left his hand.
And we've got a timeout call by Mark Daigneault. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. Until for Oklahoma City, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Carlson, and it's Chet Holmgren in for Jang. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. He dug into his team for being too complacent on offense, saying, you're just chucking up the first 3 you see out there. Be more patient on offense, move the ball around, make the defense work. Guys, let's see if ball movement improves out there.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks. Just 5 to shoot. Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. For Minnesota, they've gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Back to DiVincenzo. The 3-ball. Here's Randall, rejected by Holmgren. They retain possession. McDaniels from long range. It's good on the putback.
No, this guy never stops working. He's always going hard, and Randall's aggressiveness is what allows him to be such a good offensive rebounder.
And stolen by Edwards. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. DiVincenzo, the pass to Edwards. Back to DiVincenzo. Now McDaniels, and stolen by Holmgren. Now Gilgeous-Alexander.
When you're as good a passer and scorer as SGA, you'll get defenders to bite like that.
Let's get a quick check of the scoring breakdown here for the Timberwolves.
Well, they did a tremendous job keeping guys fresh. Their aggressiveness took over, showcased by their points off the fast break.
I love the fact they've done tremendous work on the offensive glass. A lot of second chance opportunities as they've kept that ball alive.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Edwards. It's good. Edwards. What straight.
Since halftime, they haven't been scoring in...
And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call. Coach does not agree with it, and he wants them to take another look at the monitor.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls.
The previous play is under review.
Doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get...
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Hartenstein a screen. Hook loose. DiVincenzo with a steal. Edwards. Inside. Edwards lays it in.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Takes a 3. Gobert pulls it down. Minnesota leading by 6. And there's a whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That'll be a second foul of the game.
First team foul.
DiVincenzo against SGA. Randall fires. Can't hit it. And here's SGA. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Williams. Another chance. Holmgren. Oh, rejected by McDaniels.
McDaniels is perhaps the best wing defender in the league, guys, showing us why right there.
That's the shot you hope for. Right at the rim. Just couldn't capitalize.
Gilgeous-Alexander. And count it.
Oh, obviously Gilgeous-Alexander has the will to win. What a relentless effort.
Oh, the feathery touch. Dropped it right over the rim.
Seems like Edwards never stops competing and believing right until the final buzzer.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO. .11 left in the fourth quarter. Here's Hartenstein. Outside Williams.
And that's the thing about Williams. He puts pressure on the defense from every spot on the floor.
Good on the first, and that brings him within 5. And so he makes both from the line.
And those were big shots. At this point in the game, you can't afford to leave any points at the line.
Gobert into the lane. Oh, those big strides. Gobert.
Big time delivery. Go, Gobert.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Third personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that brings him within 5.
At the line for your Thunder.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
Not nearly as productive a trip to the line as he'd have liked. They need all their free throws to go down at this point.
Now Randall. And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
He drops the first one, and that increases the lead to 6.
2 shots.
He's off on the free throw, unable to get the second one to drop.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
It's a 3-on-3 fast break. Oh, he missed the jumper. And now we've got an intentional foul.
Williams. First personal foul. 13 foul.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here, and it's an 8-point ball game. Oklahoma City calls timeout. They're losing by 8. All right, guys, what's your take?
Trying to extend this one, but it seems futile.
You know what? I'm sure crazier things have happened, or maybe not. It's a long shot, though.
Randall with a steal. And he commits the intentional foul.
And I'll tell you what, this game is in the books. Not quite sure why they're delaying the inevitable by fouling.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, this game is over, and they're the only ones who don't realize that.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for Edwards.
That should put this game on ice, not leaving any points behind.
For 3. Oh, it doesn't go. So we see the Timberwolves taking the W here. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Julius, it wasn't always smooth sailing tonight, but you guys got it done. How did you feel about the level of play coming down the stretch?
Absolutely amazing. You know, there's ups and downs of the season, but, you know, one thing is we're going to play hard every night and give ourselves a chance. So we did that for most of the night, but, you know, we did an amazing job staying together.
The effort certainly was not lacking tonight. Thanks, Julius.
All right, thanks, Allie. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Clark.
Well, Greg, hadn't this been a fun season so far? And it feels...
The Twin Cities, Minneapolis. That's the scene for the Thunder. An MVP winner in this league, the great SGA. He'll be a major factor tonight as they wind it up for action at the Target Center. Thunder, T-Wolves, and we'll be right back for the tip-off. Happy holidays, everyone, from all of us at 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us at this most special time of the year. Brian Anderson here, joined by Grant Hill, Tim Legler, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And we got a quick moment to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Julius Randle.
Well, it's a downward trend, and that could be for many reasons. Maybe they're asking him to play different roles. Sometimes it's the guys around you. If you're playing alongside a great rebounder, there aren't as many boards to go around. So you really have to dig into the details to understand why this is happening.
Here are the starters for Oklahoma City. 2 big bodies inside with Holmgren and Hartenstein in the middle. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Williams in at the 3. And for Minnesota, Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. Randle and Gobert are in the middle, and it's DiVincenzo in at the point guard position. Hartenstein a screen. Shot clock at 6, and there it is for him. Oh, man, this should be fun tonight. These teams love to let it fly from deep.
Oh, both these teams live and die by the three-pointer. If they're both on, we'll have a really high-scoring game. But if not, we might have enough bricks for houses at both ends.
And SGA has got the ball here for the Thunder. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. Here's Gobert. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
And the Stifle Tower makes his presence felt on the offensive end. He's really developed an array of moves on the interior.
So he makes 1 of 2, and the second one misses. SGA with it. DiVincenzo picks him up. SGA against DiVincenzo. It's Dort on the wing. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Rudy Gobert picks one up. It might not always show up on the stat sheet, but Lou Dort is one of the most feared defenders around, Legs.
Well, he's built like a middle linebacker, and he brings a high level of physicality. B.A., there's a reason he's earned the nickname the Torture Chamber.
Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Randle. Here he goes. Outside McDaniels. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
That is a quality look. You can't do it much better than that.
Great work by the defense. That's the intensity coaches want to see.
Yes, and it's Edwards picking up the assist.
Pulling no punches, attacking the heart of that defense.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Chris Finch. Our first topic of conversation, of course, facing Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He told me SGA is so hard to game plan for. He has incredible length for a point. He's too big for a guard, too quick for a wing. We have our work cut out for us. BA?
Great work, Allie. Thanks.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
For Minnesota, they've gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. DiVincenzo can't hit. And Williams has got the ball here for the Thunder. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Williams. No good on the 3. The Timberwolves trail. And stolen by Hartenstein. Pushing it up the floor. Here comes Oklahoma City.
And the quickness in transition. I mean, I like watching Williams convert in these situations.
Here's Edwards. Holmgren with the block. A minute 15 left in the first.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. City making a switch here. Williams is checked in. And over the last month, these are the teams that have been getting it done on offense. The Thunder 4th.
This team has really found a great offensive rhythm lately. Running smart plays, sharing the ball, and racking up points.
Timberwolves trail by 5. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Oklahoma City.
They've done a great job facilitating so far. So moving the rock and finding the open man, just great selfless basketball.
And I like how they've played defense, turning turnovers into points. Those are huge.
For Minnesota, they've gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Here's Gobert, and he banks in the layup. Now that makes it a tie ball game.
And you know he's tough on the glass. Easy money there for Gobert.
To the paint. Here's Holmgren. Oh, and a great assist by SGA. That one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got his 4th assist with that last one. Randall, the pass to Gobert. Back to Randall. Crafty move, and it's good on the layup.
Letting Randall get inside with the ball was a bad mistake. His finishing ability got him to the bucket.
Pass to Williams. Takes a 3. McDaniels with some nice D. The Timberwolves have gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. Oklahoma City's gone 0 for 3 from downtown. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Minnesota shooting 45% from the field in this first. Here's Edwards. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there.
He seems a little out of rhythm right now.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. And SGA throws it down.
And slammed that thing through.
A nasty two-hander. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. Oklahoma City ahead. They lead by a bucket. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the Thunder here in this one?
Oh, what I love was that first quarter was all about leaking out and capitalizing in transition.
Early offense in this league is key. You've got to score before the defense can set up in the half court.
And Gilgeous-Alexander's got the ball here for the Thunder. Following this one, they host the Trailblazers. It'll be a quick stopover at home before they have to get back out on the road. Randall and Gobert are in the middle. Edwards is the 2, McDaniels the 3. And it's DiVincenzo in at the 1. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
Thunder with a lead. From deep, SGA. And it's Gobert with a rebound.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And the whistle blows as the basket counts. Chance at a three-point opportunity here. One free throw coming up. And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. And now they lead as the free throw drops in for him. And we're seeing teams now that have found success with twin towers inside. What's behind that, Tim?
Well, there's a big difference between positionless basketball and small ball. Key is, if you can be big and skilled, that's a pretty tough combination to match up with.
No matter how the game changes, rebounding is always going to be a factor.
It's always key.
Now here's SGA. You know, his offensive production has certainly been there, averaging 32 a game.
And it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Yep, that one's good. McDaniels got 6.
This game has been like a seesaw. Both teams going back and forth at one another.
We see this in the NBA all the time. It is very difficult to keep a lead in this league.
All it takes is a sliver of daylight, and Gilgeous-Alexander will exploit it.
Here's Edwards. Whoa! Oh, my goodness!
Oh, my goodness. Anthony Edwards. Wow.
Well, that's a fantastic view there from the AT&T Connected Cam. Here's SGA. Gilgeous-Alexander with the hammer. Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
Really left him alone that time. And the Timberwolves lead by 2.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Dort finds SGA. SGA using that size.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Inside, here's McDaniels. Back to Randall. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. 9 points for Julius Randle.
And you know, in this quarter, they've really brought up their shooting percentage.
Here's Holmgren. Chet going to work inside.
It's so difficult to defend Holmgren inside. For such a young player, his body control and awareness are off the charts.
The 3, DiVincenzo. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Well, starting to stretch the floor. That's 2 triples for him this quarter.
Williams on the wing. Tries it from the top of the key. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Well, they put up a nice win against Chicago last time out.
And it wasn't just their starters putting in work. Their backups were real spark plugs on offense.
It was a total team effort, and let's give credit to the front office. This is exactly what they had in mind when they put this roster together.
Outside, Williams. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. And we're going to have a jump ball.
It'll be a jump ball.
Edwards with it, now guarded by Holmgren. Getting it done inside, Edwards.
I'll tell you what, they are on fire this quarter, taking total command of this game.
So Mark Daigneault will call a timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. here's the 2K leaderboard and who the best shooting point guards have been during the last 10 games. Second is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
There are just some fantastic shooters on that list. You love point guards who have great touch as well as the patience to wait for good looks.
Well, they're patient for sure, but they're also very aggressive. You don't put up numbers like that unless you have a serious killer instinct.
And Shai's playmaking is really exceptional. Highlighted there with the perfect pass.
McDaniels from long range. Williams grabs the board. Thunder trail by 5. Dort outside. Gilgeous-Alexander on the wing. And that basket makes him 6 for 11, shooting a good percentage.
Well, that's why SGA has proven he's one of the most natural scorers in this league.
DiVincenzo, pass to Randall, takes the 3, rejected by Holmgren.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
You're going to have to be very patient right here. Let's see how it plays out.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Holmgren with the block. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota. Eight seconds left in the half. Edwards, no good. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. The T-Wolves on top, up by 1. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Hello, folks. Is this the halftime show? Yes, it is. And kicking it off, let's quickly look at the Western Conference standings. And this is totally off topic, but how did you guys feel about games on back-to-back nights?
I didn't mind back-to-back games, but what I really like were back-to-back titles.
Yeah, I know a little something about that too, Shaq. I know it's pretty sweet.
Well, and let's turn our attention to tonight's game. The Thunder find themselves in a real battle.
I hate what they're doing on defense. Giving up too many gimmies, it makes me mad just watching it.
And I've seen you on the golf course and the hardwood, Shaq. Gimmies are the only shots you make.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
I'll tell you what, he's still working on his playmaking skills, but he's been tremendous so far in finding the open man.
Well, this team has trusted him with this level of responsibility, and it's easy to see why.
And SGA has got the ball here for the Thunder. Taking a look at the Thunder. 2 Jalen Williams out there for him. Jalen. With an E at the 3, and Jalen with an I at the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2, and it's Holmgren in at the force line. McDaniels. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Williams has got 4 rebounds now. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. No good from outside. The Timberwolves trail. Legs, you look at Jalen Williams coming out of college. Early doubts about his athletic ceiling proving unfounded.
No question about it. There were limitations placed on him as an athlete because he's got a fairly unique build if you think about it. Really long arms and barrel-chested, but his agility really opening eyes.
Well, you can never underestimate the heart, and he plays with a lot of it.
Absolutely.
Ooh, and once again, off the mark by Minnesota. Pass to Williams. Nice ball movement by Oklahoma City. Williams passes to Holmgren. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm. Oh, man, what happened at halftime? Since then, they're 0 for 4.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. There are some big-time players in this league. But who do you think the most clutch players have been over the past decade, Legs?
When you look at these resumes, I think you go with the big 3, LeBron James, Steph Curry, and Kevin Durant. But, of course, Giannis dropping 50 in a finals performance wasn't bad either.
And I'll throw in the Joker in there as well.
Love it.
And what you immediately notice about Chet Holmgren is his uniqueness. He's got size, but also tremendous agility. He can hit outside shots or battle down low.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So Oklahoma City ends up going with a new group. All right, let's take a look at some numbers for Shai Gilgeous